Hey everybody, this is Dallas Stone here, doing a quick tutorial video for all you who are using Quixel Suite. Now, I'm not a master in any way on Quixel Suite, and my tutorial might not be as in-depth as the ones on Quixel's YouTube channel, but this is kind of like my workflow on how I use Quixel with the way that I model. So I use Maya 2014, and I use Photoshop CS6 right now. And so I'm just going to kind of quickly go through, uh, you know, the 3D art workflow of Quixel Suite and Maya, because there's been users or subscribers, viewers who've requested this video, so I'm going to do this for you guys to kind of show you guys how I do it. Alright, so let's get this started here. So what I'm going to do is, this is my little Asian firework launcher. If you guys go to my website, dallasstone.com, you guys will see that this is probably my first prop that I used Quixel Suite on, like fully, completely. So first off, when you create a model, after you finish modeling it, okay, you need to the first and most important thing is make sure that you have your UVs. So let's see here. So here's my UVs here. Okay, so these are my UVs. So once you finish laying your UVs, you're gonna notice that I have like UVs overlaid and stuff, or overlapping. That's completely fine if you know for certain that you want them to be overlapping, right? When you're creating your stuff in Endu, be very careful with your normals, because it's okay if you know for sure that they're gonna be just mirrored normals, but if you're creating your normals and they're not, and you don't want them to be overlapping, just be certain that they're not overlapping, right? So for me, this prop, I'm not too worried about that, so I just have a few things overlapping each other. So the first thing is, after you finish your modeling, make sure you have your UVs, and from there, the important thing is you need to create a color map. Okay, it's called a color map. Quixel calls it a color map, and it's not your diffuse map. Okay, do not get that confused. A color map is essentially you defining which parts in your UV is a certain material. Okay, so let me just go back here. So what I mean is, maybe let me just quickly show you the presentation of this. Hold on here. Let me just quickly get that out of the way. Sorry guys, this is me just doing this on the fly, so be patient with me here. I'll show you guys the finished product so you guys know how this looks. Okay, so you're gonna notice that this is wood. This is more of like a metal, right? This is like a wood, bamboo, right? Some rope, right? So this is kind of like the finished product. Now how did I get there? That's the question. So what you need to do is, for this instance, so this is wood, right? Painted wood. Okay, you have to be very specific. So this is going to be different compared to this wood, the wood wheel, right? So what that means is the UVs for this wheel and the UVs for this wood arch is going to be different. So you need to color them differently. Okay, so there's two different ways you can do this. For me personally, if it's a simple prop like this, I just what I'll do is I'll just throw it into Photoshop, and I'll do this. Okay, this is what I would do in Photoshop. I would just, so this is like the wood wheel, right? So that's why I have it green, and anything that's gonna be that material is gonna be that green. Okay, you can see this brown here. This is this blue here that you're gonna see. That is actually this. Okay, so you can see it over here, right? The finished product. See it right here. So I have that all in one. Okay. So that's the very first thing that you need to do, is you need to create a color map. So to do that, you simply just go to your UV editor, right? Make sure you got everything selected. Just UV snapshot, throw it to wherever you need it, load it into Photoshop, and you're gonna have that, right? This is what you should have. And then on top or underneath, whatever you want to do. For me, I just have it on multiply here. Throw it into here and start coloring it. Start coloring it in. Okay, so that's one way to do it. That's how I did it for this problem. But Quixel, if you actually go through their channel and their workflow, they have a different way of doing it. So I'm just gonna quickly just. I'm not gonna go into too much depth into it. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly just kind of let you know the steps. If you know how to do transfer maps in Maya, okay, the transfer maps with diffuse, then this is gonna be very easy for you. I'm not gonna go through that whole process with you, but I'm just gonna mention that that is how they introduce it. Okay. So what you normally would do is you would have to I always never know where Quixel is actually installed because it's not installed in your programs. It's installed in like your users folder, public, Quixel suite, and then swatches. Okay, if you go to the swatches area, so if you just go to users, public, Quixel suite, swatches, and you take their FBX file and you load it into. I have it. Let me just quickly. I have it on my desktop. Let me just quickly load this in here to kind of show you guys how this looks. Let's go to my import swatches, and now what you're going to notice is it has loaded a bunch of objects in here, okay, and it's also loading a bunch of Hypershade or materials for you. Okay, so here's all your materials, right? And this way, it's just a lot easier to kind of quickly go. Okay, let me just take all these cubes and I'm going to group them. Okay, and I'm going to call it like Quixel. Or Quixel underscore mat. This way you know that's like materials. And then what you can do is you can quickly. Where's the Hypershade here? So we got the Hypershade, and I can. Oh. Okay, and I can quickly just go. Okay, you know, I want to define this as these. As maybe metal, right? Let's go human lips. No, not what I want. Okay, let's just go. I don't know. Metal painted, okay, or painted metal. Okay, so now it's got this like kind of like dark purple kind of look or whatever, right? And then you can take this wood. Like I said, I'm not gonna do this all. Just gonna quickly go through it, and then I'm just gonna go. Okay, this is a varnish wood. Okay, and what you do with this information, well, what I should have done was I should have duplicated it. Okay, duplicate it, put it on top of each other, and what you're gonna do is you're just gonna do a transfer map. Okay, and you're gonna transfer the colors over, and it should create a color map for you. Okay. So like I said, I'm not going to go through that process unless there's a huge demand for me to do it. If you guys don't know, I am pretty certain that that Quixel's, where's Quixel? Quixel, here we go. Quixel, they have a really good workflow tutorial as well. Where is it? Do legacy breakdown. This is the legacy breakdown. That's where I learned to do it. Things have changed quite a bit. Just to give you a heads up here. It looks like they even have like a Dedo basics out now as well. So, you know, just check out how he's doing it. Let me see how he's doing. I think he's doing his in ZBrush though. So, you know, ZBrush is going to be a little bit different compared to I think this is the one this is the one that I used. It looks like he's doing it in Max, which isn't exactly what you want. But regardless, if you guys do want that video, just put it into the comments. Let me know, and I'll do a full how to do a transfer map thing. This is supposed to be just like a quick basics tutorial. So Okay, so moving on. Once that's done, you have this, right? You have this. What you want to do is you want to load up Photoshop, right? And when you load up Quixel Suite, it's gonna say, "Hey, let's create a base," right? This is the base creator, so it's gonna ask you to load up your mesh, okay? Um, so normally, what I would do is I would load up my OBJ, right? OBJ or FBX, I forgot which one it prefers. I think they don't mind either. Nope. Okay, it has to be OBJ. I lie. Okay, so it's got to be an OBJ. Make sure everything's UV'd. It's asking for an ID map. That is your color map. Okay, your ID map is your color map. So here is where you'd put in your color map. And you don't have any normal maps. You don't have any AO maps yet. You haven't created any of this stuff, you know. But let's say you did. Let's say you did go and you created your normal map, which, you know, which is what I did. Uh, so okay, so let me just back up here for a bit. So let's say that you go in. The next step should be undo, actually. Okay, so let me just back this all up. Let me back this all up, okay? Everything needs, you need to create your undo. You need to create your normals, okay? A lot of the new texture workflows nowadays, it used to be you start off with your diffuse, create your normal map, and then from your normal map, you create your spec and all that stuff, right? And you know, you can kind of still do that. That's still considered previous gen. I think this gen and next gen, everything starts off with your normal maps. Okay. So let me just quickly show you guys. Like, I don't want to. Hold on. Let me just quickly grab something from my other folder here. Let's see. Where are you? Okay. That does not look like anything that I created. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Maybe I'll cut this part out so you guys aren't waiting so long. Where is it? I don't remember. Okay, here we go. Here. Whoop, it's not what I wanted. Well, snap. Okay. So here I created my normal map. Okay. I created my normal map. Now, first and foremost, when you're creating your normal map, okay, a lot of people are wondering how did you see your prop. Okay, so that's all 3D. That is all 3D. Okay, so I'm just gonna quick load up 3D here. Press spacebar to see all these different options. Okay, and if you don't like it, you can turn it off. Go into here, and where are you? Open 3D custom loader. Okay, you need to open this. Okay, go here. Open 3D custom loader. And here you can load up your mesh. Okay, so I'm going to load up my mesh. There it is. Voila. Here's your mesh here. Okay, so now you can see your mesh. If you hold shift and you left click and drag your mouse, you'll start to see it change the lighting. Okay. And then from here, what you can do is you can load up your or you don't even have to load up. You don't even have to do that. Sorry. What you're gonna notice here is you can. So this is your normal map. When you start to create your normal map, you'll start to see it getting updated. You'll start to see it getting updated onto your screen. How am I gonna do this? I don't know if I can actually show that to you guys. Let's see. Can I force? Let's force and nope, you can't do that anymore. Firework launcher. Let's just do it. Let's see what happens. Oop, nope, did not like that at all. Okay, so yeah. Oh, craziness. Okay, I'm just gonna reload it. Just believe me when I say it. Okay, believe me when I say it. Whoa, everything just got mangled. Okay, believe me when I say it. create your normal maps. Okay. So let me just start this from scratch here. So let's create a new layer. Let's fill this to white. Normal. Just create a new normal map. Okay. Just so that you guys can see how this works. So there it is. You've created a layer. I'm going to go back and redo this whole thing since it crashed. And it crashes because Endu is very picky with its layer structure. Very, very picky. Okay. But once you get the hang of how the layer structure works, you're good to go. But just a heads up. Okay, just a heads up. They are very picky with how things are placed. Okay, inside your Photoshop file. Okay, so here we go. So here it is. I guess I can always just load a project. Let's see, where's my project here? Sorry guys, this is so unorganized. Vid. Firework. Bam. What happened? Okay, it's loading, I think. Is it loading? Doesn't seem like it's loading. Load project. Vid. From launcher. Previewer. No, that doesn't seem to work. Okay, so maybe that doesn't work. Let me see. Okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. So, I'm gonna go back to Photoshop here, and I'm just gonna do this for funsies, just to kind of show you guys, right, that this is how this works. I'm gonna grab the UVs here. I'm gonna move the UVs all the way to the top, so you can see it. And I'm gonna, let's say, I'm just gonna draw this square. Make a new layer. Okay, I'm just gonna test to kind of show you guys. Now, make sure that it's in between. Do you guys see where it says normal? And this gray box, make sure that it's within here, okay? Make sure it's within here. So in between this thing and this, inside the normal map, okay? So once I create this box, what you're going to notice is I go back to undo, and it's going to be like, whoa, do you want to make this into a normal? Sure thing, okay? You make it into a normal. I don't know why it's making this weird color. It's probably because, again, it's outside, right? So I'm going to drag this back in. Delete this. See, so I've dragged it back in, and now it looks fine, okay? And here you can adjust your size, blah, 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 right? And I can zip this. And what I can do is I can, like, move this now. Whoa, didn't like that. I can just move this. Okay, let's not select it. Let's just move it like that with my keyboard. And what you're going to notice is in 3D, if I go... See, it's now it's even showing... my UV, so I can just turn this off. Force, go back to normal. Force refresh here. You're gonna notice there it is. There it is. Okay. So once you finish doing all your normal maps and a little fanciness stuff that you want to add to it, right? You know, you can move on, and let's see. You can move on to dedo. Okay, you can move on to dedo. I was hoping that dedo would cooperate here with me and actually create a project. That's what I was hoping for. But it doesn't look like it saved my project, which is really unfortunate. Let me just quickly check something. Because that would have saved me a lot of time. It says there's a project XML right here. So unless they stopped using it, let me see here. Options. Can I not? Okay, let's load project. Firework. There you go. And let's refresh this. It's not showing. Why are you not showing? Give me 1 second here. Why is this not showing? But you can see some of the normal maps and stuff that I've done to it, right? Why are you not? Okay, let's just custom load all this. So it looks like it's missing the albedo, which is the color map. So I'm just gonna quickly put up the albedo map on, and it doesn't seem to want to show it. Is it? Oh, pff, okay. The reason why it's not showing is because I want specular. Okay, if I go to albedo, it should show it. Why are you not showing? Why are you being so stubborn? Why are you being so stubborn? Look at all this craziness. Yeah, this is being really stubborn right now. Usually, if you just open up this, you'll start to see the color for it. So, I don't know what's going on here. Am I in the wrong mode? Oh, okay, there we go. Let's see here. So you can see all the different modes. This is the color. Normals, okay. I don't know why it's not showing it with the lighting on. Okay, I don't know what it's doing. But yeah, so this is the color on here. So all you really have to do is what's gonna happen is it's gonna say, okay, so can you rename these? See, I use Dedo 2, so this is the new Dedo, and where's the picker? It used to have like a picker for you, so you can pick which material you wanted. Doesn't look like they have that anymore, which is really unfortunate. They should have it somewhere. Preview resolution. No, that's not it. Hmm. It used to have. It used to have a picker where you can see your UV map and you can select certain parts and it'll actually do it. But it doesn't seem like it's doing that anymore, which is really unfortunate. Smart, no, not what I want. Create the material ID from the active layer. So you can do that. How about this? Duplicate current. No, I don't want to duplicate. Open Explorer. No, that's not what I want either. Okay, well, I guess in this case you have to rememberize, what color your color ID is, right? So let me just quickly show you this again. Quickly show you guys this again. So you have to almost kind of remember, because if you what is going on here? Like this. Wow, so I can't even switch between, that's crap. That is crap. Okay, let's just go back here. It's still gonna do this. Okay. So you have to memorize, I guess, your ID here. And what you can do is you can be like, okay, well, for ID purple, I want it to be varnished oak. So from varnished oak, you can open up the folder and you can start to add in materials and stuff like that in here. And then you can view it in your 3D viewer, or your 3D, which is in here. Okay, so essentially you just play around with all your different settings, right? And like I said, I'm not going to go through super in depth on how this all works, but that's kind of how this how this whole process is. I'm sorry if this is not very helpful. Like I said, I kind of did this on a whim, kind of threw this all together. But if you guys have any questions and if you need like a more specific tutorial, let me know and then I'll break it down a little bit better. Because right now, it seems pretty confusing, which is really unfortunate. But I'll create a better tutorial on how this all works if I see that there's a big enough interest for it. So this is just a quick rundown of how I did this. This isn't exactly the steps that I took, obviously, because this isn't working correctly. Uh, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and write to me, leave comments, like the video, subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try to do it next time. All right, thank you so much.